Google, which owns YouTube, relies not only on the police to help alert it to extremist content, but also works with a wide community of trusted flaggers and users with specialist knowledge about certain content. But there are times when not everyone agrees on what should be taken down or where to draw the line on what constitutes free speech.
This is a very iterative process. There's no best practice.
Academics at King's College London are now working with Google to identify extremist material. Theresa May has called for this content to be taken down within 2 hours, but tech companies and experts say it's not that simple.
YouTube hosts lots of videos that document war crimes committed either by Syrian rebel groups or by the Syrian regime. These are very important videos for them to host. They will hopefully one day be used to bring criminals to justice who have committed horrific war crimes. That is a service that YouTube provides to humanity, in essence, by being able to be a repository for the documentation of crimes. Yet, if you were to automate the process, those videos would be caught up in the same kind of way in which a beheading video would be captured or a propaganda video would be captured. So this is a labor-intensive process, it's a manual process, and it's one that requires subjectivity. So setting a target of 2 hours seems pretty arbitrary to me.
So what are the big firms doing? Facebook and Google say they're beginning to use artificial intelligence to spot certain images and text related to terrorism. Twitter says it suspended nearly 300,000 accounts in the first half of this year. YouTube redirects users searching for extremist content to anti-terrorist videos. And companies are now sharing databases of suspicious material and have set up the Global Internet Forum to bring together the major players. But away from the big companies, there's another problem. Much of the most serious extremist material has migrated onto smaller internet platforms. Now the semi-encrypted app Telegram, based in Russia, is the app of choice for disseminating jihadist material.
Telegram has taken on really a life of its own. It seems to be the primary arena of activity now in which a lot of attack planning takes place, people trying to give other people inspiration. These do disappear with relative frequency on Telegram, but they pop back up very, very quickly in a way that they don't do on Twitter or Facebook at this moment in time.
Is it really fair, the amount of scrutiny that's on the big companies at the moment, when actually a lot of extremist material is being shared on smaller platforms, and yet they can't be hauled in front of the Select Committee?
So it is much harder when you get to some of these smaller platforms, some of the obscure ones, and also some of them which may be located in countries where there's no effort to even have any proper action against them or any proper standards in place. I don't think that that lets the big companies off the hook, because given their global reach, they have to do their bit. But we should be honest, some of those smaller companies are actually more dangerous and more challenging and more difficult to deal with.
This week, the Director General of MI5 said the UK will continue to be a target. Security services are in no doubt that material spread on social media and messaging apps is helping to direct and inspire potential terrorists. With the work that's now been stepped up by internet firms, in private at least, politicians now agree that progress is being made. But should there be more attacks, the tech companies know that unless even more tangible changes to their platforms can be seen, it will be them that could be in the firing line once again.